Hell no. Did you start it?
I'm sick. Yeah, I'm sick after watching that performance, honestly. All right. Welcome to Mr. Bobcats podcast. I'm your host, Will.
Your host, Chris.
And Hornets.
Lose.
Yeah. uh, that was a stinker today against the New York Knicks. Final score 129 to 107. Yes, it was really that bad the whole time. Technically, we did lead for like a minute in the first quarter, but we never led this game, honestly. There wasn't many highlights in this game. LaMelo had another 30-point game. He would have a 4-game 30-point streak, but last game he had 25. But he's scoring, so that's all we can ask for. And he was efficient today, 13 of 20. That was good for him. And the only other positive in this game was Leaky Black came in at the end of the second quarter when we were down 16, got the lead to 10. Had a great block, fast break, alley oop. And that's it for this game. Just go over the stats real quick. Hayward, 6 points, 3 of 9. PJ, 4 points on 1 of 8. Mark Williams, 10 points. Brandon Miller was 5 of 6. And he got injured in the second quarter. It didn't look too good. Josh Hart stepped on his ankle pretty bad. So hopefully it's not that serious. He's a young player. Covers. JT Thor, 2 of 6. 6 points. Theo Maudon took the second most shots on the team and finished with 6 points. It was 2 of 12. The Knicks were letting him shoot. They saw him. They're like, shoot it. We dare you. And he did shoot it. And he missed. Not good. Him and JT Thor combined for 0 points in 24 minutes in the first half, by the way. So, not a lot of contribution there. Nick Richards finished the game with 16 points, 7 of 9. Don't let that deceive you. Those were all garbage points, and he did not play well. Chris McGowan's 1 of 4 2. Everyone played on our team. That's how you know it's bad. Leaky Black 5. Nick Smith hit a 3. Amari Bailey scored a garbage 2 at the end. Randall, Brunson, and Barrett all had over 20 points this game, making their shots. The biggest thing this game, though, Mark Williams and Nick Richards got dominated inside. From last game, we did so well against the Wizards. I guess that was personnel. The Wizards don't have a lot of guys that can hold it down in the paint. So we were dominating them, rebounds, dunks. This game, Mitchell Robinson, Randall, Hartenstein, all those guys, they killed us. We had no physicality to match them. And that was bad. Yeah, Mark Williams was a non-factor. Nick Richards was a non-factor. So that doesn't help because in games where we're not shooting well, you want to muck the game up, dominate the paint. We didn't do that, so that's why we got blown out because we couldn't do anything. We weren't boxing out. We weren't. I don't know, man. That was there's really not much to say about that. Yeah, Melo had a good game, and that is literally it. We were down by double digits pretty much the entire game. Anything you want to add to that?
The fact that Miller obviously got hurt but played 10 minutes, and you look at Hayward and Washington, combined in scoring, got less than Miller. That's embarrassing.
It is
That's
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. 6 points for Hayward, 4 points for Washington. What, bro? Washington thinks like he's the third Splash Brother or something. He's over here trying to pull up for every 3-pointer. Like, bro, relax. You're not that guy. You're really not that guy, dude.
Yeah, last couple games has been struggling for sure on the year. He's less than 28% from the 3-point line. Like, he gets the shots and he takes them, but they're not really going down. Like,
The reffing was also very questionable today. Not using that as an excuse, but it just I don't know. a lot of missed calls that could have gone our way for sure. Um, LaMelo was attacking the basket, would get fouled, score it, they no foul. Um, even when Brandon Miller was in the game, he was getting whacked everywhere. Uh, Hayward as well. Mark Williams and Richards both getting whacked, no foul call. I mean, if you look at it, we only took 11 free throws, so it's like, it's a little questionable by the refs compared to the Knicks 30 free throw attempts. So just thought to throw that out there.
Yeah, definitely some questionable calls. And there was another game where we kind of let a fake comeback. Like, so we're only down by 10 at halftime. For us, that's decent, right? And we start the quarter immediately. We go down 17, and it's not even 10 minutes. And not my 17, less than 2 minutes. Down by 21 with like 8 minutes left. And we went down 23 in that quarter at some point. And then we cut it to 15, 4 minutes left. Like we had some momentum, and then it went away. So it's really hard to keep a lead when the lineup out there is LaMelo Ball, Smith, Bryce McGowan's, JT Thor, Nick Richards. I mean, that might be one of the worst lineups in the league. I mean, these are guys that should be in the G League or not even have a job in the NBA period. And they're getting important, substantial minutes in an NBA game. And LaMelo Ball is out there like, what am I supposed to do with these guys? Tonight he had 6 assists. He can set guys up, but if they're not making the shot, I mean, you have to make the shot to get an assist, right? And the people he's playing with, I mean, they can't help. And LaMelo, like, it was really disappointing this game because I feel like LaMelo was almost our best defender this game, too. Active on defense, diving on the ground for loose balls. That's what you want to see as a leader, but obviously our followers did not follow. It was just really disappointing from our other guys this game. Only one guy showed up to play.
I knew as soon as Hayward turned the ball over twice at the start of the game, literally in back-to-back possessions, that he's not here. He didn't want to play. So I don't know. Maybe that could be due to his injury that he's playing through right now, the hamstring, I believe it is. You could tell Hayward didn't want to be there, and I don't know what Washington's on. Ever since he got married, been a little bit of a downhill.
So we need PJ Washington to get divorced, get back with Brittany Renner. Maybe he'll start playing a little better.
No,
No. I think that saga's over with. Hopefully.
I just don't know. Like, there's nothing. I have nothing else, man. We move on. Next game. Well, who do we play next? The Heat.
All right. I mean, I can't believe we had to get up. As you can see, I mean, there's light outside. We've done every episode in the dark. There's light outside. This was a matinee game in Madison Square Garden, and obviously our players were a little, I think PJ Washington got out of the bed a little late today in the game. Same with Theo Maladon. I think they were like, "Oh shoot, I got a game today." Oh, Steve Clifford's like, "Where are you at?" Like, "I'm coming." Have to like rush to put his jersey on and tie his shoes again. Well, anyways, we split the road trip 1-1. We're about to start a 5-game homestand, which is good. But I want to bring up, Brandon Miller, if this injury looks like he might miss a game or two. Hopefully he comes back next game, like I said. Ankle sprains can be bad. We saw LaMelo Ball, it struggled with that last year, but for a young player, usually they can recover pretty quickly, and we just hope Singer. Again, thanks Josh Hart for that. Josh Hart's pretty good at injuring players. Did that against Jimmy Butler last year in the playoffs. Whatever, man. Like I said, he was playing so well too. Him and LaMelo in that first quarter were playing so well, and then that happens, and that crushed us. But so we started Theo Maladon in the second half. That's Steve Clifford's like, wow, who's gonna make an impact for me? He puts Theo Maladon out there, who might have been the worst player we had today.
I bet you Steve Clifford had a parlay.
Yeah, parlay.
Over under on Theo Maledon shots. He picked over.
He said, "You know what, Maldon, you shoot every three, knowing that he was gonna miss." You know it's funny because he went 2 for 7 from three, which is bad. But he took 5 other shots, and somewhere inside the 3-point line, he didn't make them. But do you think he's gonna start?
I understand. I really, really don't understand. Like, why is he still on an NBA team? I don't get it. I really don't. I don't.
Boss, yeah. He weird. He started his career in OKC, played him. They started him a lot, and he was garbage. But the OKC was trying to lose games. I hope we're not trying to lose games.
Yeah, well, I guess we're trying to lose.
Yeah, I hope we're not trying to lose games because that's all Theo Maledon's career has been is just playing for teams that are trying to lose games on purpose. That's why he's out there because I know he's great. He's great at his job. He's great at losing games.
Great at sabotaging.
Yeah, he's great at sabotaging.
And then he pretends to like his teammates, like, "Oh, good job, good job, guys." And then he gets the ball and shoots another stupid shot. I'm done, bro. I can't with this guy anymore, bro.
Yeah, French players in the Hornets don't.
Oh, Nick Batum.
Yeah, Tony Parker.
What a weird time that was, Tony Parker.
Not good with French players, so we should stop signing French players.
Or stop signing Steve Clifford.
Or stop signing Steve Clifford.
Have him for a while. Then we got rid of him for James Borrego. Had James Borrego for what? 4 years? 4 years. Yeah. And we brought back Steve Clifford on a 3-year contract. Oh, brother! And this is his 2nd year, so we still have 1 more of his BS. Unless we decide to make a change.
Well, do you think Dale's gonna start next game? I don't know who else you're gonna start if Brandon Miller's out.
I'll tell you who's going to start.
Who?
It's going to be LaMelo Ball. Okay. The guard will be Hayward. Okay. The forward will be JT Thor.
Oh.
PJ Washington and Mark Williams.
Yeah, but JT Thor at the 3, that's like terrorism.
That's what's going to happen. Why? Because JT Thor is always the first person to the scorer's table every game, unless your name is Brendan Miller. Or like when Rozier was starting, Brendan Miller would be the first one to be the scorer's table. This is also excluding any foul trouble or anything like that. Like, for example, if Mark Williams gets 2 fouls within the first 4 minutes, obviously Nick Richards is going to be the first one to sub in. But JT Thor is normally the first one to the scorer's table every game. So I believe he will start JT Thor. It will be Melo, Hayward, JT Thor, Washington, Williams.
All right.
Especially against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to factor in matchups, personnel against Miami. Miami's a big team that's physical. I think you want JT Thor. But JT Thor isn't a physical player. He got bullied by Julius Randle every time he got matched up onto him. So I don't.
Oh, Julius Randle's also twice the size of him. So
he was just in bad spots. Like he looked like he didn't know what to do out there with his hands. He's like, and one.
Every time. But yeah, that's what I think. What about you? You think Maledon will get the start?
It's either gonna be JT or Maledon. I was just thinking Teo because he started the second half this game. Steve Clifford went to immediately, even though he was garbage in the first half. Obviously, he has some obsession with French players, but I don't know. Whoever they start, it really doesn't matter. I just hope they don't play too many minutes. Hopefully, we play Leaky Black some more minutes next game because it was some good energy. That it might be short lived. I'd say for us to win one game without Terry Rozier is good enough, but We need Rozier back. If Rozier, Miller, don't know Bridge. I mean, we're. It's like I don't know. We really need these guys back. We need some scoring. Because honestly, like we weren't really gonna crack 100 this game until garbage time. Giving up 130 to the Knicks isn't
Well,
great.
well, Rozier is probable, right? Or is he questionable for the game against the Heat?
Yeah.
Because I know he was guaranteed to miss two, and then they said that he would be reevaluated. So, I mean, there could be a chance that he comes back, which then the lineup would be Ball, Rozier, Hayward, Washington, and Williams.
Sounds like a great lineup to me. And I mean, we'll talk about Miles Bridges more probably after the Heat game because he is expected to return on Friday against the Bucks. So next game, which we lose or win, who knows? We'll talk about him a little bit. But Steve Clifford
Next game
says
is
he's expected to play a significant role immediately, which I mean, I think you want to ease him in a little bit. He hasn't played in over a year, for Christ's sake. But
no, I don't say ease him in. I say put him in, just get him going. I mean, I'd rather have him than JT Thor. So
yes,
I don't care. I really don't care. Just get him going.
I hope Thor gets no minutes once him and Maladon. Hopefully, Bridges can take both their minutes and just you don't have to play him at all.
Yeah, just like me whenever I play on my career. Edit the number. No more minutes for you.
It is crazy though. Like when LaMelo's out there with those G League players, that literally might be the worst lineup in the league. Like
No, it is. It really is. Like, you tell me what other team has LaMelo Ball, an all-star point guard, playing with Theo Maladon, Ish Smith, JT Thor, Nick Richards. Like, what the fuck? What is that? What is that?
yeah,
What is that? Like, when LaMelo's putting his hands up in the air. Like, what am I doing here? What he's definitely saying, why did I sign a contract extension? To play with these guys? To play with the Greensboro Swarm? If I want to go do that, I'll go to Greensboro. Oh my gosh, dude! Like, bro, like that's ridiculous, ridiculous. Bro. You're supposed to be playing with. Unfortunately, Rozier is hurt, but he's supposed to be playing with Rozier, Hayward, Washington, Williams. Sometimes Nick Richards, sometimes Brandon Miller, all these other players. No, he's out there on the floor in the third quarter playing with Theo Maladon, Ish Smith, Bryce McGowns, Jakey Thor. Like, ooh. And Leaky Black. Like, I'm not trying to shit on Leaky Black, but it's like, obviously, I mean, I would love Leaky Black to get more minutes, but at the moment, Steve Clifford doesn't know what he's doing. So LaMelo's playing all these minutes with nobodies, bro. All these nobodies. Like, oh, brother. It's you know what? I'm just gonna stop because that's too much. Steve Clifford obviously doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, you know what? Let's just put all these players. Let's give them participation award, and we'll move on to the next game. Come on, I'm tired. I'm tired of watching this.
well,
It's annoying. It's annoying. Like, imagine, right? You have all these people at home. The game's at home. We have 5-game homestand. We all pay how much? $15 to $20 to go watch the Hornets. We're cheering because they're putting in JT Thor in the game. We're cheering because Theo Maladon's getting minutes. We're cheering because Ish Smith has gone into the game. And then we're all looking and we're down by 50. It's like, oh, there goes that money. All that money for Theo Maladon to get minutes. I'm done, man. And some stale fries and chicken. Get out.
well, we were saying it like these are the type of lineups you put out at the end of the year when you're trying to lose to get a good draft pick, and we're playing
We're
them.
putting it now. We're doing it now. We're doing it now. Like,
We're doing it the 9th game into the season.
no, we've been doing it since game 1. Actually, sorry, we won game 1. Game 2. Game 2.
Man, like I said,
Game
when
2
you
of the
got
season.
injuries, you can't do much. But you'd hope we'd have more of a competent bench, and we just don't have anyone off the bench that is a worthy NBA player for me.
Yeah, and I'm tired. I'm tired, bro. This is a playoff team. This is a winning team. we're gonna go all the way. No, if you don't sign anybody or trade for anybody, you ain't gonna go anywhere. If you're still playing JT Thor and all these other dudes, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. Forget it. Kiss your playoffs goodbye. What do you want? Play-in tournament? Yeah, we've got blown out by 40 every time we made the play-in tournament. Oh my gosh. I'm tired, bro. I'm done.
On that note, what do you think about the Heat game?
Heat win. Heat win. Heat win, bro. If we play like what we just did, plus that's another good test for Mark Williams and Nick Richards. Bam Adebayo. So, at the same time, sorry, but who's going to guard Jimmy Butler?
Thor, I guess.
Oh, they are missing Tyler Hero though.
You know, they
I
have
forgot
trouble
he's
scoring,
out.
so.
I mean, they were off to a slow start as well, but if I'm not mistaken, they've won 4 of their last 5 games. So, and they played tonight against the Spurs. So,
Well, that is a IST game, if I'm not mistaken.
what, in season tournament?
Yeah.
It is.
So that'll be our first one at home, and we'll get to see our new jersey. So hopefully, we get a new wave of energy going into that game. Say Hornets win, so have another in-season tournament special. Let's see what that court looks like. Kind of scared. Our jerseys aren't terrible, but I don't know. We will see. And then soon enough, we'll get Rozier and Bridges, and Brandon Miller will come back soon as well. But is that all you got? I'm pretty much done. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. I mean, last thing I'd say is the matchup predictor is 61-38 and towards the Miami Heat. So, yeah, that's all. I'm done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much game to talk about.
We wake up early to watch this 12 o'clock game thinking, it's going to be somewhat of a decent game, and that's what we get. Lesson learned, next 12 o'clock game, sleep in.
I'll be in my bed. I'm going to be passed out. I can barely wake up for this one.
No.
Yeah. All we got is Mr. Bobcats Podcast. I'm your host, Will.
Your host, Chris.
We will see you next time. Peace.